their families was through the internet.
Yes, I was sick for probably about 9 months or so.
Yeah.
Marcus's mother Carol was trying to hold things together in Sydney.
Just hoping every day and praying every day that...
Good evening and welcome. I'm happy
that
that you're watching CVR English.
Obviously I'm very worried for them. They're under such immense pressure that it is having an adverse effect upon their health, but I've no doubt that they'll just keep soldiering on the way they have for the last 4.5 years.
John Snedden continued to fight their case unpaid, lobbying politicians across Australia for help and travelling back and forth to Dubai.
They don't start a trial on a Monday and work for 8 hours a day for as many days as it takes until it ends. Everyone shows up for an hour and comes back in a month or 2 or 3 months for another hour, and so there's no end in sight, and the legal system is such that you can have an entirely different panel of judges determining the merits of the case than the ones who actually heard the evidence 3 or 4 years earlier.
Making matters worse, a court-approved Emirati who'd gone guarantor on Marcus's bail was shaking them down for more money. He was threatening to revoke his guarantee, meaning Marcus would be sent back to prison.
We paid him in total probably about 60 or 70,000 Australian dollars. The actual worst thing about all of that, he actually doesn't threaten me, he threatens Julie.
The court's still taken no action against him?
No, our lawyer raised it with the judge at one point, and it was quite strange. The judge thought it was quite funny, either in disbelief or maybe he did find it funny.
And according to John Snedden, Sunland was doing its best to get Marcus jailed.
Sunland sent along their law.
Hello and welcome. I'm Happy Bhatt and you're watching CVR English. Let's take a look at the top stories. In Syria, US begins airstrikes on IS targets. Several Arab allies join in the strike. In Greece, homeless people become tour guides, move to integrate them back into society with a paying job. In China, explosion at Liling City fireworks. Liling is a major base for China fireworks. Britain's first ever speed golf championship rounds in lowest possible sum of gold stroke. Disney's The Lion King has stopped grossing box office production. Well, let's take a look into the detailed bulletin. The United States and their several Arab allies have begun airstrikes on Islamic State targets. These are the first strikes against the IS militants in Syria. The Pentagon said fire and bomber jets and Tomahawk missiles are used in the attacks which targeted several areas including IS stronghold Raqqa. Syria's foreign ministry said its UN envoy was informed about the strikes against IS, who control large swaths of Syria and Iraq. The US has already launched about 190 airstrikes in Iraq since August. However, Monday's action expands the campaign against the militant group across the border into Syria. Pentagon spokesman Rear Admiral John Kirby confirmed the strike, saying US military and partner nation forces were undertaking military action in Syria but did not give details.
And we've got to prepare ourselves for it. We've got to get out of thinking, and you can go back and debate 2003, or you can debate the actions around Libya, you can debate the inaction around Syria. It's not what's important today. What's important is to come together, realize the nature of the threat and try and defeat it. If you're going to defeat a group like ISIS, you're going
while an ancient Yazidi shrine in northern Iraq becomes a sanctuary for thousands of faithful who fled Islamic State. Thousands of Kurdish Yazidis who fled their homes to Mount Sinjar descended towards the only safe place they knew, the Lalish shrine in Shekan district. The shrine of the ancient Yazidi faith has become a sanctuary for more than 680 families who fled the onslaught of Islamic State in Nineveh province in North Iraq in August.